guys, welcome back with Half Past Dead on season 2 at TaysGreenLife. How's it going, guys? Introduce yourself.
Doing great.
Feeling a little slosh today.
You slosh.
That's his favorite word. He found a word that he likes and he's going with it.
Yeah,
We don't stop him. We usually keep him in a cage.
it's a vibe, dude. It's a vibe, dude.
It's a vibe. Well, guys, want to tell me who you are? Who am I talking to?
Well, I'm Jack Devil. I'm the idiot of the band.
That was my line. My name's Alex Black. I allegedly sing and play guitar.
Yeah, you guys actually have been on my podcast before.
Yeah.
Glad to be
How was
back.
that experience?
That was fun.
It was fun. That's what we're back.
I think the whole band was there last time. I think that was good.
Yeah, we were. Tommy and John are preoccupied with cosmic battling in the universe, but we're here because we weren't invited to that party.
Yeah.
Well, what has changed since the last time we talked?
Oh boy! Well, the big one.
Yeah.
We put out a new song.
Yeah.
It's our first official release since 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We're
it's a
old.
full band. It's a full band. We're old physically, but we don't look it physically.
The hell you mean I'm 3,000 years old, dude?
But we put out new songs that you make, and it is one of the tracks. I won't say which one on our upcoming album, "Kiss the World Goodbye," that we have been working really, really hard on for the past about 2-3 years. And what's really cool about it is that we kind of directed and acted in our own music video for it. And you want to tell them about that process? That was an interesting one, but it was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
I want to hear about that.
Oh no, yeah. It was really fun. I took the Tom Cruise-esque style of method acting and
He does all his own stunts.
yeah. We shot it.
He's also a Scientologist. I was looking out for sniper fire.
Can't tell him that. No, but no, it was a really fun experience. We had a lot of nice people come out. A lot of supportive people.
That was fun. We actually had some extras come out. We put out a little ad on our social media. I like to call it the digital bulletin board because I think we're all old enough to remember when we were in school, the bulletin boards were real, and we'd hang them up and we'd put stuff in there. They're called thumbtacks, kids. And we'd hang up pieces of paper for someone to come to something. Or we would give it to someone in person if we didn't want the whole class to go. But we put out an event awareness post, I guess, and told all of our fans, like, hey, we're shooting a video here and come on down. And we had a lot more people than we had people come from New York. We had people coming in from North Carolina, and obviously people from Virginia. That's where we did the shoot, and just solidified our love for our fans. If you are listening out there, we love you. And they took the video to a new level. And obviously working with Timothy was great. And he's a great filmographer, director. If you guys want to check out Timothy Westdock, definitely do. But it was my first foray into the world of directing and screenwriting. And it was a challenge for sure. But I think we put out something that we're all really proud of. And we just kind of did it like we do most things. We flew by what's the phrase? By the seat of our, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. But the point is, we improv'd it to the point where it was almost perfect.
Yeah, I don't know what you just said, but my favorite.
But you loved the way I said it, didn't you?
Probably, but no, my favorite thing was I got lit on fire.
You mean like this? Is this what it was? Was this the music video? No, it wasn't the music video. Oh, and then all my chats are coming up. Thank you, Facebook.
Yeah, no, my favorite thing about that whole video, I got lit on.
No, we're going back to memes. Okay, that's not what I was saying. I was trying to pull up this.
Do you mean, dude?
You are the weirdest guy I've ever met in my life.
Was this this was at another round recently, right?
That was actually, those videos were taken from a bunch of places we played in our last tour. I think just for some reason the middle shots are mostly.
Is it this one? Was this how it was going? Just some of your music videos?
Yeah, dude.
Four bad motherfuckers right there.
Mm-hmm.
Check this. I suck at this, guys. Welcome to
Hey.
my podcast. Yeah, this one right here. Look how handsome you guys look. This is great.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys can hear. There's also a cat yelling at me from underneath the door.
And don't feel bad. There's a dog back there, so
We're great. Yeah. So that experience, how many people do you think came to your music video?
We had, well, there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
We had approximately 25, 30 people there, give or take. We had some people that had to cancel last minute, and then some people piled back on. So it was kind of, we were kind of going more for like a voluminous sea of people headbanging and moshing, which is what we got.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jack, I think it was one of the members of Trap Hill Collision.
yeah. I have a bad habit of being in the moment, and the dude Rocky from Trap Hill, great guy.
Oh, I love him. Great band.
Yeah, and he had a lighter going on, and I had my vest on it, and I just decided to be like, "Hey, bro, light me up, light me up,
start me up."
And he did, and he thought I was gonna put it out right away, but because I am an entertainer, I've left it there.
Put over here.
Yeah, I left it there for it to kind of burst until his girlfriend was kind of like, holy shit, and boom, trying to put out the fire. God bless her soul. But I was like,
all I remember about that aspect of the video was getting slapped by a piece of pizza. But
yeah, only one way to find that out is if you watch out the music video, you know?
Yes, The Evil That You Make is out. The video's on YouTube, and we're on all streaming platforms, and we're on all the porno websites and everything. Yeah. But I kid, but I don't, but I kid, but I don't. But
I mean, even if you were, I would have to go, like, I'm gonna have to put the proof on here now. Like,
we have a Patreon, and we put a lot of behind the scenes content, exclusive content, spicy stuff. So you can also check that out. We actually uploaded a lot of the outtakes and B-rolls, and
there's totally tons of shirts. What is it? Videos of you just was it ripping? Was it you ripping your shirt or some?
It's probably me.
Been. Yeah, that was you. And you guys breaking guitars and
we have plenty of raw uncut footage of total on-stage annihilation of musical instruments, and we annihilate our bodies every night when we go on stage, and you can take that any way you will. We do. But my point is that we actually have to get somewhat back on track here. I have what's known as crippling ADHD. So we actually have a couple singles coming out subsequently after The Evil That You Make. The next one we're working on, Jack is actually sort of taking over the direction for this one. I'm sort of, the Robin to his Batman on this one. And what's really fun about this band, and I think you can speak to this a little more because you sort of came in.
That's what she said.
Woo, we're on fire tonight. Well, that's for a different reason. But what's great about creating these videos, and it's in the same way of music. And I like to think of everything in my life as cross training. What I do in my personal life and what I see and observe goes into our music, and it goes into the lyrics, into the way I write, to play the guitar, and that sort of thing. And when we're making these videos, it's really fun because we can sort of all collectively, and we work all together. We have sort of the same vision, and we can articulate our ideas very well. And you can, I don't know if you want to, I don't want to reveal too much about it, but I want you to sort of like, I want you to walk the viewers through kind of what we're doing for this next video.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Well, I'll just tease them a bit because I don't want to get everything out.
You are teased.
We already know that. But no, it's very like Tim Burton-esque, Martin Scorsese, Kubrick, kind of elegant, completely different from Evil's video, where it's just kind of a horror themed, more of like a gothic romance, which I personally was just like, I'm fully in love with that kind of genre of cinema. And
It's funny because you're talking about The Corpse Bride, but
that,
right there in the corner,
yeah,
literally.
no, yeah, no, yeah, Corpse Bride. Weirdly enough, Sweeney Todd.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Sweeney Todd, Edward Scissorhands. That was a big inspiration. Yeah. So when we make the video, you're gonna see kind of like little nuances and kind of tip to the hats of like actual like, oh yeah, that's completely like Tim Burton, or oh that's Kubrick if you're like into cinema.
See what
Normally in some of your other music videos, it's more of like a lot of lore. I see a lot of horror lore. Can you tell me like what other inspirations, like not from like obviously Tim Burton, but did you have any other inspirations for any of the other music videos?
Yeah, I'll put it this way. A lot of musicians or artists, and that's what we are. We're artists. I mean, in this day and age, it's sort of you have to be a do-it-yourself, self-made Renaissance group, and that's kind of what we've become. And it's a testament to how far people can really go if they have the drive for it. But I like to call it working from a resource, because you can go sit in a dark room and wait for the hand of God to bless you an idea, but I'm going to guess that doesn't really work out too well. So what we work resource, and what that means is, like I said, it's cross-training. Everything we see, we go, "Ooh, I like that." I grew up watching vaudeville. The first movie that I ever really absorbed and loved was The Wizard of Oz, and I memorized every single number in that, and I could perform it, and I still can to this day.
He does every time I go to the bathroom.
Now, if I only had a brain. But a lot of what I took inspiration for, at least for The Evil That You Make, was sort of those old B horror movies from like the 1950s and 60s. You'll see.
What was it? Cream corn and I don't know what the blood was, but it wasn't really blood.
Yeah.
Like Evil Dead. If you think about Evil Dead, like the original, like the corpse mutated, and all you see is cream corn, and I'm like,
yeah. Evil Dead's one of my favorite films.
Yes.
So.
Well, Bruce Campbell's just one hell of a guy.
Yeah.
But it's, I guess for us, we look for things that aren't necessarily even in the realm of entertainment or even film. I'll look at things like, I once saw a video of, I'm an inquisitive person. I was like, I wonder, I get these little spur of the moment, like, I wonder, I go down these rabbit holes. And one day I was looking up footage, and it's slightly disturbing. I don't recommend you guys go out there if it's not for the faint of heart and look this up, but it was the effect they were studying the effects of rabies on human beings. I think this was back in, probably the 1930s, but I'm not entirely sure. And they had footage of a man, struggling with I believe it's a virus. And it was just, very real. It was dark. There was convulsions, and I'm like, I wonder. And somewhere in my subconscious, I put that into a couple scenes in the music video where I'm spitting up blood, and see, now that comes from things like reading about tuberculosis when I read Edgar Allan Poe novels and poems when I was a kid. And also it comes from things like Gene Simmons, watching him do it on stage. So a lot of these things sort of come together and combine and make their own child, and that is The Evil That You Make. But yeah, this next video definitely is a little more elegant. It's classy, but it still has those elements of I wouldn't say horror, but definitely gothic imagery. That's always sort of been present with this band. I mean, as we've progressed, we've sort of moved to other styles, but there's always a little presence of mystery and I guess just like the spooky elements of rock and roll, like Alice Cooper kind of stuff.
We're basically Scooby-Doo as a band.
Okay. You guys just go, solve mysteries.
Jinkies.
Really?
Do you think like stuff like that like really contributes to your image, like as a band? You know how like rock and roll is so bad, blah 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 blah. You know, do you think pop culture is a reason behind why people are so against metal, all of that?
It's a great question.
Yeah, for me, I think nowadays, people want to steal the image from metal. Like you see a lot of people who like take that goth, take the emo, and take all that kind of stuff when it was a whole scene in high school. I mean, not gonna lie, I had like hair down to my freaking eyes, wearing nothing but Black Veil Brides and Motionless in White.
I still do.
Yeah.
I was the Hawthorne Heights Chemical Romance emo. So yeah, it wasn't that. It was more like Attack Attack, I See Stars, Skylar Drive. That's the emo I was.
Therefore Tomorrow kind of emo. Like the underground, like not quite as big. Eventually I came over to the Black Veil stuff.
Before Skrillex became Skrillex when he was in that emo band.
Yeah.
From first to last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not first, you're last. How big nuts.
We usually try to shut him down when some yeehaws start coming up. That's when we shut it down quick. But
it goes from Jack Devil to
JD
Jet Bangers.
No, but that's a great question, and it's one that makes a point to rock and roll has always been sort of even in like the 50s with Elvis and Cash and stuff. And yes, I consider Cash rock and roll, not country. I consider some of his records country, but he's a rock and roll at heart.
Honestly, I agree with you. Think about it.
And I think that it's purposefully been ostracized to the point where the subculture becomes the culture, and the human fascination with horror and mortifying imagery becomes, as society gets a little more comfortable, we can look into those themes a little bit more, and it becomes more interesting and less offensive. But I think Jack makes a good point. The appropriation, and I hate using that word because it's been used in so many toxic ways, but of the culture of rock and roll, it definitely plays a factor in having to be creative. But like I said, we take from a lot of things that a lot of bands don't necessarily do. Like we front as like a 2010 metal core group, but I mean, if you look at my Spotify recently played, it's all Beach Boys and David Lee Roth and In the Midnight Hour, Wilson Pickett, that kind of stuff. And I catch myself listening to modern bands anymore, and I don't want to speak for Jack or anything or any of the band members, but I just find that there's more to be explored in other medium and taken into this heavy hard rock guitar slinging bass boosted kind of rock and roll heavy metal heavy weapons sort of thing, and I think that lends itself to the variety of things we can put out, and you will see that when these videos inevitably reach the eye holes and the ear holes, and you'll see, okay, I can see a lot of different inspirations coming from this.
Eye holes? Okay then.
I said what I said.
I mean, you should use your eye holes a little bit more than you should use any of your other senses. Like, you can't see it, then how are you supposed to believe it? Like,
every time you watch a music video from Half Past Death, I want all of you to lick the screen. Tell me what you taste.
Sadness. That's all you're
plastic. I don't know what's been on my computer screen. Like, honestly.
That's a better way to find out.
By licking your screen. No, even look at your phone. Next thing you know, you got COVID.
Oh God.
I mean, I agree. I think a lot of the time these heavy screamers aren't even like they're just big teddy bears, literally.
Funny enough, a lot of those big screamers, because I'm a power lifter, every show that we've had in the last year, they want to get curled by me.
No, here's what happens. He goes
curled. Wait. What is curled?
So you know how like when you go to the gym and like you're curling.
You mean
is
that the correct term?
Yeah, curling. Yeah,
that is not the correct term. I feel like that's not.
It's the correct term. But no, no, but like they see me like curl him like to like do entertaining stuff and like get everyone like up and running, and then they'll come up to me and be like, can you like curl me, dude? And I'm like, what?
Can you curl me, dude?
Yeah, forced to rot. That man, he just walked up to me and he just looked at me with the most serious face, like the most genuine face that you can think of, and he's like, bro, like I want you to curl me like right now. I want to see it. And I'm like, okay.
Like I
So
said,
you just
we
lift
abuse
this
our
big
bodies
man up.
ourselves. Sometimes we abuse ourselves a little too much, but it's okay because it's all in the name of rock and roll, and that's kind of the whole point behind what we do on stage and off. You know, we're the same kind of motherfuckers. You know, we don't go up on stage and put on. If you've been to a half-assed dead show, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about in terms of, you know, jumping on each other's backs and, you know, flipping around and being nuts. But we do the same shit off stage, and that's why we can never really take ourselves anywhere, because we always cause problems. But at least for the local ordinances and the civilians, I guess. But
That cart joust.
we're getting there. We're getting there. The next tour, the cart joust tour. But
yeah, I was about to ask, when is one of your next shows? When is the
I think the next one we have is this March coming up, and the real only reason, and we talked about this a little bit before we started, but I've been having like we all got sick, and I caught like 6 things back to back, and I got real bad laryngitis, and it's not fully healed quite yet, but obviously my speaking voice has returned and I can sing a little bit. But I went to an ENT and got my vocal cords checked out and everything. It's just I when it comes to vocal health, I take it very seriously, and I study,
as you should. Yes.
Do very assiduously, and I look at all the things that I should do, the things I shouldn't do, and I act accordingly, because the last thing that I need to happen is to, I don't know, develop some sort of serious condition that's career killing, and that would be letting my bandmates down, I'd be letting myself down, I'd be letting our fans down, and it's just something that I urge a lot of singers out there to look out for, because it's something that really doesn't get brought up a lot until it happens, and that's sometimes it's too late. And it's just so I think that the first show is March 17th on St. Patrick's Day in Richmond, and then we have one in Winston-Salem in April, and we haven't really been booking a whole lot just because I don't want to have to do all this. We don't want to book and then have to cancel. We're not quite there yet. So for right now, we're focusing on these music videos in this medium, and we're also working on some new stuff in the studio as well. Jack and I have written some songs, and we've gotten some input from other band members and stuff, and just focusing. We're trying to be as productive as we can while I'm a little incapacitated.
Yeah, that's very important. Your health, and obviously mental health too. Like, we don't want you to lose your voice. Look, work smarter, not harder, guys.
Someone told me that.
Smart.
I don't know if you guys saw the thing pop up, but this thing popped up on my screen, and it was like, you have 9 minutes left of recording. Think smarter, not harder. And I was like, wow, okay, thank you.
My IQ is 2.
It is.
But yes, mental health is very important. We want to make sure everyone is good to go. Like, you can't really run things and do things when you're not okay in here. Like, even when you're like, oh, let me just work through it and just do what I have to do. You can't unless this is cleared up. Like,
you will give yourself a product or a that is lacking, because people don't also talk about that your mental health is directly correlated with your physical health, and vice versa. If you have great mental health, then you're more likely to go outside for a walk or do something like that, or whatever it may be that you do to get to be active. And Jack and I are big proponents of like physical health and mental health, and because we've all been in spots where especially for me, these past 2 months have been terrible with my health. I got a virus, and then a bacterial infection, and then I got a fungal infection from the antibiotics I was on, and then I got a sinus infection. It was just hit after hit after hit. And
Yeah.
so what I decided to do is I told the band, we have a group chat and everything, and with our crew, and I said, hey guys, I am fucked up right now, and I don't want to give you guys a pretense that I'm sort of ignoring you guys. So I gave everyone a little heads up, and we're very sharing band. We're kind of like, if we are a family, and
Yeah.
we always tell each other what's up, and we always support each other because above everything, above the music, above any gig, above any sort of opportunity, we have each other, and that's the most important thing. Because when shit gets rough and tension rises or something doesn't go as planned, we can always rely on each other, and that's what we really want to emphasize in our music, is that we're here for each other as a band. We're also here for everyone out there that listens to our music, because we know that it's not something that people go through um, in a positive light. A lot of people feel alone out there in these sort of feelings, and the more we can shed light on the fact that they aren't, but they have the capacity to get through,
Yes.
that's what matters to me.
Like, I just feel like it's not addressed enough, or it is addressed enough, but no one takes it still as seriously. Or there's people out there that are like, yeah, I'm just bipolar. And I'm like, are you really?
Yeah,
Like,
those
are you
blanket
medicated? Like,
diagnosed people.
Well,
and
Don't
I'm
you
just
love
like, I'm
yeah, no,
actually
no,
bipolar, and
so
it's
am I.
not fun, dude.
No, it's
There's
not.
days where I can't get out of bed. No matter how hard I try, I can't get out of bed. Or there'll
I
be
mean,
days where I'm so happy, and then all of a sudden, something's as small as like a flat tire. I'll be like, I'm done with today. I don't want to deal with today. Like, it's
no,
not
yeah,
fun.
no, yeah. Alice can kind of back me up on this because I am bipolar too, and there will be days where I'll be the most joyful person in the world,
Yes.
and then the next hour I can be the most hateful person in the world towards everyone.
Literally. And I'm like, there's like, it's harder to be like, hey, I'm in a bad mood today. Like, can you just leave me alone? Because then people are like, oh my God, why are you being so mean? And I'm like, that is me telling you ahead of time. Like, if you keep talking to me when I need to clear my head, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
my
snap.
problem is
Literally.
my big problem in everything is I go radio silent, like really bad, to the point where like he would like pull up to my house and be like, "Oh, good, you're not dead."
Well, the other thing, communication. I think the people that you
Yes.
surround yourself with should be, you should take caution on who you surround yourself with, because if you have a bad day and you express that to someone in a healthy way, and I emphasize in a healthy way, and they are very negative in
Yes.
that information, then you should make some tough decisions and consider who your true friends are, because I think a friend is someone that will understand your situation and will not be hold a grudge or
Yes.
be angry with that sort of thing because it's inconvenient to them. I think a
Yeah.
friend would say, hey, what can I do to help? Or at least, hey, I understand, it's all good. I've certainly had people in my life where I express something and they don't act so much more than a 5-year-old, and in recent years, I've been like, okay, and then I'm like, that's it with them, because as I've gotten older, I've learned I've become more rigid in who I keep in my life and who I communicate with, because time is precious and my mental energy is precious, and the last thing I need to do is navigate the minutia of someone's emotional fragility just because I gave them a piece of information they didn't necessarily like. I mean, you have to handle these sorts of things as an adult. Um,
Yes.
and and I think that that's something that really hasn't been emphasized either. It's that you can't necessarily control what other people do, but you can
Yes.
definitely control what you do and how you react to certain things. And if someone is just causing nothing but issues and stress in your life, then it's like, well, then maybe that person doesn't really need to be in your life, or better yet, doesn't deserve to be in your life because they haven't been
Yes.
acting like that. And I think that's important too, especially these days with everything going up in price in terms of
Yeah, we're in a full blown recession.
yeah, and it's making it's a strain on the band for sure, because we're like, oh,
Yeah.
or we got to streaming is an interesting market for sure. But it plays around for bands to make money, but even then, it's still difficult. And I think that in the times where we, sorry, am I boring you?
Yeah, pretty much. Nah.
this is my CNN interview. But in these sorts of situations, we have to remember to keep our heads screwed on the right way.
Yes, that's very important. And I had like a great interview, dude.
I'm gonna sit on Santa's lap here.
Oh, okay.
See, that's important. Bros loving each other. Like that's what we need.
Woo! There,
Wait,
there's your thumbnail.
Hey, no. No, I should actually curl you.
You should be a Mausolf.
Well, we're out here curling and running out of time, guys.
Right. See, this is how we bond. Hands bond. Okay.
So is there anything else Half Past Dead has to tell the fans watching this today?
What do you think, Dad?
Can you guys kiss?
Huh?
I'm sure a lot of people out there would love to see that.
Yeah.
The way you guys looked at each other, oh my god, you guys looked at each other and I was like, oh no.
Something in your eyes, you thought about it.
No, we're here.
Would you blame them?
We're here. We're playing.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of stuff. This is such a typical like band thing. A lot of stuff coming up, but for real, a lot of things. I wonder if you can see the blonde in my hair. I did, but anyway.
You can definitely see the blonde in mine.
Yeah, but a lot of stuff coming up. This is uncomfortable. A lot of things working on that will be revealed. It wasn't for me. Revealed to the public soon. And if you want to catch all that stuff, halfpastdeadmusic.com. All of our ads are at HPD. The letters HPD, Half Past Dead. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that fun stuff. Go stream The Evil That You Make. Check out the music video. Definitely a shout out to Timothy Westdock for helping us film. Yep. He's also working on this in these next videos as well. And I will say this: we can reveal every song on Kiss the World Goodbye will have a accompanied music video, right?
Ooh.
And everything from a full-blown production to lyric videos to artsy, more creative ones. So definitely stay on the look for that.
All right, guys. Yeah, this has been a great interview. It's TaysGreenLife. It's Half Past Dead. I enjoyed having you guys. I hope to see what you guys come up with next. And you have a show. What was it? March 13th for Cybercast. 17th. All right. Yeah, make sure you guys check Half Past Dead out.
Thank you so much.